This is a 2009 Mazda 6, and I just paid $500 for it at a used car dealer auction. And throughout this video, I'm actually going to show you quite a few cars that we just bought and show you exactly what I paid for them and tell you what I'm going to sell them for. All right, so I know a lot of you guys out here watching this video want to see this car right here, because here's the thing. I know my demographics, and what I can see is that 75% of you who are watching are one male. I think 90% of you are in the U.S., and 75% of you are 55 years and older. So I know you like this grandpa car right here. So I'm gonna show it to you and tell you what we got in it. It's the 2005 Mercury Grand Marquise, and Marquise. I've always said Marquise. Somebody correct me. I think it's actually Marquis, but I'm gonna keep saying Marquise. It's only got 160,000 miles. I say only. I know a lot of you are scoffing at that. You're like, okay, well, the car shouldn't exist. There's no rust here in North Carolina, Central North Carolina, where I'm at. 160,000 mile car, absolutely fine. It's actually really good miles for a 20-year-old car. It's a 2005. And we paid $1,900 for it. And I want to show you, just so you know I'm not making a video just for YouTube and making up a bunch of prices, to show you my actual inventory sheet on it. Here we go. So we have a 2005 Mercury, oh, my finger's wrong, Mercury Grand Marquise, 160,000 miles. We paid $1,900 for it. Buyer fee is $245. So you know exactly what we have in it. So that car is probably going to be, if it's super clean, probably $3,500 on our dealership. And we'll sell it. We sell cars like this all day long. People are looking for these cars, and we sell them like crazy. And I'll actually come up here and show you one that we actually have priced that's already on the lot, so you can see kind of my number breakdown. This is a 2009 Ford Focus, got 180,000 miles. I'll show you the breakdown on the numbers. If my paper doesn't fly away. 2009, can you see it? Ford Focus, 183,000 miles. We paid $1,800 for it. Buyer fee was $245. That's what we have for it. In it is $2,070, and then we're selling it for, you see up here, $3,000. So you can see that on that one we're making right at $1,000. That's what we try to make on our cars. And yes, I see this big gaping hole behind me of no cars out here. If you pay attention to my channel, you know that we've been struggling to actually buy cars. We've been slower too, so it's actually a weird kind of environment for us where, okay, yeah, we have been slower, but we're still selling more cars than we're able to buy, and it's just been harder for us to find the cars that we want to buy, and that's a whole video for a different time. But a lot of these new car manufacturers, they're not getting a lot of trade-ins in, so we're not seeing a lot of quality used cars in my price range. I know a lot of you are saying, well, you buy cars at $5,000 and under, how are you going to have quality in that range? I can't have quality in that range, so shut up. I am giving you guys a hard time in this video today, and I'm very sorry. But anyway, we've actually been able to buy quite a few more cars here in the last week, so those should get up to being posted probably in the next day or so, because these are waiting to be detailed. Right now we have like 20 cars for sale. Actually, I have 50-something cars total in inventory. We have 14 cars that are being cleaned up in the next 2 days. So that's going to put us at 35 cars that we're going to have for sale. So we're moving in the right direction. What I would like to have right now is about I'd say 65 cars for sale, but it's been an uphill battle. Even with us being slow, if we're going to auction and we're buying 11, 12 cars in a week, and then we're selling 12, 13 cars in a week, then we're still going downhill. Now that 12, 13 cars in a week is about our break-even number. So it doesn't mean my business is doing good because we're empty up here. I mean, we have been able to sell cars, but only enough to break even. It's just our problem is actually buying cars. And that's a problem that we're going to have to figure out how to solve. So I actually brought up this car at the beginning. It's in the intro of this video. It's a 2009 Mazda 6, and we only paid $500 for it. And the reason why I want to highlight this is because stuff like this used to happen all the time, and it doesn't anymore. So we would always be able to go, and if we would buy 7 or 8 cars at an auction, well, there would be 2 or 3 of them that we'd get for like $300 or $500, just because they fall through the cracks and no other dealer would bid on them. We go to auctions like that auction that we bought that car from. It's got 4 lanes. So if there aren't a lot of dealers at that particular auction that day, and two, just double up on that, if there are not a lot of dealers that actually buy the same kind of stuff that I buy at that particular auction, and you have a lot of cars that I typically buy at that auction, well, then you can have multiple cars that that the same dealers want to bid on that go through multiple lanes. And if that's the case, then the one that the dealers actually want more in the other lane will actually go for more than the one that goes through in the lane that they're not particularly watching. Just to say all that seems really confusing, but it's just saying that there weren't any eyeballs on that car when it went through the auction. So Alex, my mechanic, he was able to say, hey, on his list, and it was like, okay, he was the only bidder. He threw up 5 fingers. That means $500, and no one else was even around it. The car wheels out. No other dealer looks at it because there's no other dealer in lane actually paying attention to the car, and the auctioneer sells it to him. Well, how does that happen? A lot of these cars have reserves on them, and a lot of these selling dealers wouldn't let it go for that. Well, in a lot of cases, cars that are cheaper, stuff that they're going to sell for, they know, less than like $1,500. A lot of times they don't put reserves on those kind of cars. They're just like, you know what, we're in them for free anyway. And this is another reason why you should never trade in your car to a franchise store, or really any dealer, because in a lot of cases, they would have taken the amount that they're giving you for that car off of the new car that you're purchasing anyway. And in a lot of cases, that Mazda that's over there, they might have on paper $1,000 or $1,500 in that car. They gave that money on trade-in credit to that customer. But what ended up really happening was they have zero money in that car, because the new car that customer purchased, well, it turns out they would have taken that $1,000 or $1,500 off of it anyway. So even that car that dealer says on paper it's got $1,000 in, they actually have no money into it. So that's why whenever the car goes through the lane, they have zero reserve, and they just tell the auctioneer, it doesn't matter what it brings, sell it. So if it only brings one bid, and it happens to be us, and it happens to be for $500, they're going to sell it. And this used to happen all the time, and we would find all these cars. We would find, I don't know why I couldn't say the word find. We would find all these cars that would fall through the cracks. And it's happening more often now. But 2 years ago, when there were just no cars at auction, and all these dealers were just begging for cars at these used car dealer auctions, because people were selling cars. Dealers were selling cars off their lot. Now, because it's slower, fewer dealers show up at auction, and we're able to buy stuff like that for $500. So fall is here, school's back with all the extra drop-offs now with the kids, getting the extra groceries, coffee runs, and then with me owning a used car dealership, doing all the test drives, going to auctions, well, the fuel bills, they add up. And that's why I want to thank today's sponsor, Upside. It's a free app that gives you real cash back on gas, groceries, and dining at over 100,000 locations nationwide. It's simple. Open the app, claim an offer, and Upside puts cash right back into your account. No points, no confusing rewards, just money you can transfer right into your bank. Upside has already given back over $1 billion to users. People are earning 3 times more cash back than credit card rewards or loyalty programs, with top earners making as much as $300 a month. So if you're ready to start earning, download the free Upside app and use my code REALDEAL and get 25 cents back per gallon on your first tank of gas. Scan the QR code here to grab this offer. And again, I want to thank Upside for supporting this channel. We'll end up, if there's nothing wrong with the car, we'll have a buyer fee and everything on it. We'll probably have $800 in it. But I would imagine a $500 car, a Mazda 6, probably going to fix something on it. But if we don't, we should be able to sell it for $2,000, still make quite a bit of money on that car, roll it out, give somebody a good deal. My estimation would be that we have to fix something on it. So whenever we do post it, probably $2,500 would be my guess, after we probably have to fix something that's worth $500 on the car. It comes into the argument, well, should you spend as much money on a car as as you paid for it? And I mean, if you can make money on it as a car dealer, yes, but probably a rule of thumb for just the average person out there that's looking at their car, should you spend more money on your car than it's actually worth? Probably shouldn't, but anyway, we're going to try it on this one and see what happens. All right, so I can talk about this one. This is actually one of the favorite cars that I like to buy. Personally, we talk about Hondas, we talk about Toyotas all the time, but Lexus, Toyota, same thing, but Lexus is going to be a lot nicer as far as my opinion. Get into it, electric seats, leather. I've always loved a Lexus. I've driven one for a while myself, but when we see them, we try to buy them, and we pay up for them because they sell well too. This one's a 2001 Lexus ES300. It's got 145,000 miles, which is great for a car this old right here. And we paid $2,700 for it. Now, with our buyer fees and everything else, we're going to be in it right at $3,000, and that's a little bit higher than what we want to pay for a car that's that old. But just to go back into it, I mean, it being that Lexus, it's going to demand a little bit higher price, even on my car lot, where the type of customer that I'm dealing with, they want to come in, they want to buy a cheap car. Well, I'm still able to sell stuff like that, just because of the quality and because of the reliability that the Lexus name carries. And to be honest with you, I would love to have tons and tons of those cars, even if I had to sell them for $4,000, $4,500, $5,000. And that one right there, we got what, $3,000 in it. Hopefully we won't have to fix anything on it. It's over here. I think they're actually ready to be cleaned. I think most of these are in our recount process. They're actually ready to be cleaned right now, so we shouldn't have to put any more money into it. It should be a $4,000, $4,500 car on our lot, depending on how nice the inside is on it. But just going back to it, I love Lexus, I love Toyota, I love Honda. Now you can, I mean, throw in Acura in that mix. I do like buying a lot of Acuras, but they tend to, for whatever reason, come with a little bit more problems than what we see out of a Toyota or a Lexus. So we don't buy as many of those. But I mean, I just love these cars. I think the body style was fantastic. I love the lines on it. I love how smooth they are. I love how reliable they are. These are cars that we'll spend up on, and this is one of them that we paid quite a bit more than what we pay for its counterpart, like a Toyota Camry, in the same year with the same miles. We can sell this for a higher amount than we can for the same Toyota Camry, and they're very similar cars. This, in my opinion, the Lexus is much nicer. And here is a car that I don't particularly like, and I actually wouldn't even recommend that you buy a Kia, but we sell them a lot. And here's the thing about running a business. You can't just buy cars that you like. You can't just I treat YouTube as a business too. I can't just make videos that I want. I have to know what my viewer wants. I have to know what my consumer wants. And my customers actually really like to buy these Kia Souls. We often sell them very quickly, and we rarely lose money on one. We have to check them out really good because they have common issues of like ticking motors. They have lifter problems. They can have these common motor issues that we know about, so we have to check that stuff before we actually buy it. But even saying all that, it's not my favorite car, but we still buy them when we see them because I know that my customer likes to buy them, so we will. So this one's and I've lost it on my sheet already. Oh, there it is. It's a 2013 Kia Soul. We paid $2,300 for it. Going to have $200-300 in fees. Going to have $2,600 in it, as long as we don't have to pay any more money on it. So it's probably going to start out at like a $4,000 car for us. Now, I mean, I know I tell you a lot of how much we make on cars. We try to average about $1,200 on a car when we first initially list it. But I know on that car right there, it's going to be a tick higher because it's going to be probably $4,000 when they first list it. It's probably not the case that we're going to actually sell it for that. So the way that our averages work is, okay, if we get a really good deal on a car and we put it out there and we try to make $1,500, $1,600 on a car, then if it sells instantly, then we know that the market likes it. Now, if we keep a car for like 2 weeks and it doesn't sell, doesn't have a lot of interest on it, then we'll drop by $500. And that's typically the range of where we'll actually sell most of our cars. So if you just, you can realize what our average is, then most of our cars are going to sell in that 2 week to 4 week period, because every 2 weeks we're actually going to drop our cars about $500. I actually had a customer that came in the other day that watches our videos on YouTube, and he knew that we dropped our cars every 2 weeks by $500, and he had one car he was looking at and he was waiting it out because he knew it was right at that 2 week time period, and then it got bought right before he came in and got it. So just so you know, I'm very transparent about this. I probably shouldn't be as transparent about this as I am about dropping our prices, because then you have the scenario where I have that one customer that was trying to wait me out to drop the car by $500. But just know you can lose a car if you're looking at it, if you know where our lot is, one, and two, you're looking at a car that we've had for a little bit of time. It's just funny how I can have my games played against me, and the customer still lost that case. Now he came and bought something else, and he got a good deal on a Honda CR-V. And I'm sure he's watching this, and I appreciate you coming in and buying that car. But just know if you're trying to play this kind of game, if it's a good deal on a car, we do sell them pretty quickly, so you probably want to jump on it. And that's the biggest sales pitch that you will ever get from me on this channel. I'm really just trying to help you out. I'm trying to make sure that you get the car that you want when you want it, and you don't lose it to somebody else that's going to get a great deal on a car. So you should just come and buy the cars you're looking at, and don't use my my YouTube information against me. It's funny. I'm just giving him a hard time. And there's sirens going off of people that are dying to get it right. Nah, that's a bad joke. We should say that joke. Grand Marquis. I feel bad now. It's a nice car.